took away people, it took away buildings, it took away roads.
Pulling bodies out of the gravel, pulling bodies out of restaurants and off the ground.
There were places where it looked like an atomic bomb had hit. It was that devastating.
And I got a call from my boss, our division chief, that morning, and I remember his exact words. He said, "Rob, we've got problems all over Asia." That was the start of a very intense day.
The scale of what we saw in Banda Aceh was incredible for me. We were seeing it raw. So I had to really separate my feelings, my emotional feelings, from my job and what we were there to do.
I traveled throughout the eastern and southern part of Sri Lanka. We would arrive at a place on the map that had a name, and it was gone. What was a place no longer existed.
The entire coastline of the area had been transformed and had been wiped out. And it wasn't like a flooding event, though, because there was almost no debris. All of the debris washed back out with the wave energy.
DART is an acronym for Disaster Assistance Response Team. It's a very unique capacity that USAID has, or the Agency for International Development has, and that we're actually, as a donor for the U.S. government for humanitarian assistance, we actually can be operational.
I mean, we actually had operations going 24 hours a day. So we had a night shift as well as a day shift. And really, you have to get things moving. You have to get people out to the field. You have to get partner organizations funded and working.
It became clear pretty quickly that we would need to prepare for a large-scale response, which required collaboration with our military, because they have some assets to support the humanitarian operation that we didn't have on the civilian side.
We were positioned with military forces who had extensive airlift supporting delivery of humanitarian relief.
At the start of a disaster, there's a lot of things that you don't know, and you have to figure things out quickly, like the scale, who's affected, where are they.
There is a sense of bonding in the chaos that comes at the beginning of a rapid onset disaster, because everybody's working to get life-saving assistance to people that are in need.
And it's only kind of later that the full scope of what you've seen and heard kind of hits you. And, and I felt that again when I was looking at the photographs, because I saw a photograph of a family, and it was a father and a mother and a young child. And I remember speaking to them because their daughter, their daughter had died. And I thought, I wonder how they're doing. 20 years later, for them, this is a anniversary of probably the worst, single day of their life.
In 2004, in the Indian Ocean, there was no effective operational early warning systems for tsunamis, period, zero. And now, currently we have about 50% of the world population covered by early warning systems. We still have a long way to go. And we are working, USAID, Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, and many other partners to get there.
What was most impressive about the team that I worked with was, one, their resilience, their ability to keep working incredibly long hours with for a while it seemed like no end in sight, intense deadlines, really high demands, their empathy for the people they were serving.
Life is precious. A lot of those people were just fishing, just sitting in their homes. Normal day. every day in, Bande Aceh. And then just like that, they're gone. Life gone, children gone, their homes destroyed. And that area has been forever changed from that event that happened 20 years ago.
This work that we do, called humanitarian assistance, is not a job, it's a calling. It really is. It's something that you don't sign up for. You know that it's what you do. And it's important.